Can a man have a baby? No.
There actually was a recent womb transplant in the UK.
Can a man have a baby, yes or no?
Yes.
No, my God. Dude, you're not this libtarded. You know that a man does not have a womb, cannot have a baby. You know this. See, this is the sad thing, is that I come to these college campuses, and I understand you seem like a smart individual, but if you're seriously coming up here and saying that a man can have a baby, you're retarded. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry to be like that, and I don't want to use that word, but you know that a man doesn't have a uterus, does not have the building blocks to make a baby, does not have the eggs to make a baby. So for you to say that, it just shows you that you're not living in reality. You're living in this weird simulation where a guy can be a girl and a girl can be a guy, and girls have penises and boys have uteruses.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am so freaking excited. Tonight is literally probably our biggest episode we've ever had, and I want to welcome on two guests, and I don't want you guys to say a damn word. If both of y'all shut the hell up, show them, but do not talk. You guys are not allowed to talk yet. Show the guests. Okay, guys. We have two incredible young men. The world's greatest pedophile poacher. Do not talk. Do not talk. Now show me. Go back and forth so we can see both of us. The world's greatest pedophile poacher, Alex Rosen. Alex Rosen is 24 years old. He is one of the most successful guys on the internet. And I knew Alex when he was a nobody. Well, he actually had a bigger audience than me when I first met him. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying I knew when he was just a wee potato. Now he's like a McDonald's French fry. And then don't say anything, Andrew. Andrew Wilson, our next guest, is Andrew Wilson from the Whatever podcast, arguably the top super chatter in the United States of America for the past 3 months. And that is not a joke. That is 100% real. So I just want to say thank you guys for being on the show, and congratulations on your success.
Okay, I want my epic fucking speech now. Okay, so I've known Alex for years, way back. We came up together. He gives me a text. Hey, you're in Texas. You're not even gonna come see me.
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna come fucking see you, Alex. Of course.
Gosh dang right.
It's the number 99, Alex Stein, man. You can't miss an Alex Stein episode.
Thank you. And then Andrew, like I said,
even though you sold out to the Blaze, Alex, you totally sold out to the fucking Blaze.
We love the Blaze. We love going back. Thank you for coming back. You built this great studio. But Andrew, this is one thing you haven't sold out, and that's why you've been so successful. And you know, and this isn't a dig on you, but the Crucible audience might not remember this. There was a time when Rachel Wilson was the real superstar. You know, she was on Tucker Carlson. She got the first bump, and then now you're the one that's on.
You have to remember that I humped my way to the top, okay? That's I banged my way to the top, you know, and that's really, I mean, you know, like I took the lesson from the e-girls, you know.
You did it. You reversed it. So you use sex to become successful. So
That's
congratulations. Right. So you are actually, when you argue these people, you're arguing from a place of empathy. Yeah, knowledge and experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I once had to do the same thing to get to the top, okay?
And now you're here. Okay, and then Alex Rosen, you know, Andrew is blowing up, but Alex, you have the biggest locals in the game right now. You're catching these pedophiles, and I want to talk about something. I just want to start off with a hot button issue before we get into some of these reaction clips. You got in a little hot water in Branson, Missouri, and it's a total railroad job. And we can only say so much. It's a pending lawsuit. But you put yourself in very dangerous situations. You've called out Hillary Clinton. We're going to play that. I would have thought of all your interactions, this one would not have got you in trouble. So what can you talk about? And can we talk about the unfair character assassination and political prosecution that you're facing right now?
Yeah, we can talk about a little bit of it. So basically, we caught a pedophile for the second time in only a couple months in Branson, Missouri, who admitted to molesting his own sister and who has previously been arrested for preying on an underage employee at that Steak and Shake. And, you know, he was messaging our same decoy we caught him on. And this time around, I decided to get him at his job. And, you know, I basically exposed him at work, saying this guy's a pedophile working here, said nothing that was untrue, made no threats, got in nobody's face, and put hands on nobody. And somehow I got charged with a felony harassment for that.
You know why that is, though. This is one thing I didn't want to tell you pre-show. I actually found out why you're being charged with a felony. You did this at a Steak and Shake. RFK Jr. just got them to use beef tallow in their fries. And they are not okay. The Trump administration is not okay with you busting a bunch of pedophiles where they just changed the fat in their fries, okay? So, I mean, can you have
Tallowgate, bro? It's
Tallowgate,
bro.
This is Tallowgate. You've heard of Pizzagate. You exposed Pizzagate. This is Tallowgate. And when we get their emails, they're going to say, listen, we had to screw over Alex Rosen. We had nobody eats a Steak and Shake. I didn't even know Steak and Shakes are they still in business. But then they changed their grease. The RFK's eating burgers there. You know, they're the new damn McDonald's. And then you come around catching a pedophile that's working there, cooking the burgers, cooking the fries, and then probably, you know, doing whatever with his hands in the break room. Lord knows what. I wouldn't want that guy touching my damn, gross. I wouldn't want that guy making my hamburgers. I don't care if they cook the fries with beef tallow, vegetable oil.
I mean, he saved thousands of people.
He saved thousands of people, and he's using his own oil. I mean, so, I mean, at this day and age, you expose that, and I think that we need to raise this up to the highest level, to the executive branch, to the White House. I think they are the reason that this is happening to you.
Man, it could be, because I actually did comment in the story that y'all care more about seed oils than y'all do about a pedophile working there. So, I mean, maybe that could be the case. I don't know. So, I don't know. I hope it's not a conspiracy by the Trump admin to get me arrested for exposing a pedo, because not even Hillary Clinton got me arrested when I exposed her own husband for being a pedo.
Speaking of what SOT number, let's just jump to that SOT right now. This is
we're
one of my
pulling it up. It's SOT 4.
This, guys, and we have a bunch of clips I want to react with you guys, but this clip, this is such a legendary clip, and it takes a lot of balls and a little bit of autism, or a lot bit of autism. No offense, I have it too.
Well, the hat I was wearing was like, be patient, I have autism. I was wearing that hat.
Exactly, and you are a very smart guy, Alex, so I'm not calling you dumb when I say that, but obviously you're crazy like me to go. Yeah, we have to weaponize our retardation. Right. So let's watch this clip, SOT number 4.
Let's shift our focus to U.S. politics now. A man has been thrown out of Hillary Clinton's rally. Former United States Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was speaking at a Houston mayoral candidates event when one Alex Rosen was dragged out for questioning Bill Clinton's trip to Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Why'd your husband visit Epstein Island 26 times?
Boo, I love that. Nobody's like, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. I think, hey, what's the answer? That's what I would have yelled. And that was.
But Alex, what about Orange Man Bad?
Right, true.
What about Orange Man Bad?
Whenever somebody confronts me about a crime I committed, I'm just going to say Sheila over and over again. They'll just like.
And did she win that race, or she lost, right? Or did Sheila win?
Sheila lost.
Yeah, she lost. Yeah. So she had Hillary Clinton. She called in the big guns. So let me hear this African.
Predator Poachers. The organization conducts sting operations on adults seeking sexual activities with minors. They began the operation
wait. How did this?
27 U.S. states.
He's in African news. He's legendary.
But how did you end up shirtless in this whole thing?
Well, when they were trying to drag me out, I just dropped to the ground and let them do it without like giving in or resisting, and they just ripped my shirt off. It was a gay pride shirt too, so I think Hillary's homophobic.
Was accused.
So they ripped your shirt off. They're like, but they didn't arrest you, right? So even Hillary Clinton didn't arrest you, and you called her a pedophile, basically, indirectly. You called her husband one, at least.
I cannot believe Hillary Clinton is more based than Steak and Shake. I would never have thought that.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. You were wearing a gay pride shirt?
I was.
Can you wash my hand?
Yeah. Do we have any...
I had to blend in. I had to wear an autism hat and a gay pride shirt to blend in at a Democrat rally.
Well, that's fair. That's fair, yeah.
Well, Andrew, you know, your success has been... You guys both. I would say your trajectories have been kind of similar. When did you, Andrew, I know whatever was kind of what, made you pop off, but when did you actually get over where now you're on Piers Morgan and all this stuff? Like, what was the time frame where you actually got over big time?
I would say during the kind of legendary Matt Dillahunty debate.
That was the one, yes. So that would put Andrew Wilson, because let's just say this, Andrew, you arguably are the top debater in the game, and I think you're a very smart guy. I think you're a very good debater, but it's because you go out there and you actually grind and you actually go on these TikToks. People, that's why you're popular, because you're putting in the hours.
Well, I think finding somebody who has a combination of very good debate chops and is a very good entertainer is very difficult.
And you smoke the cigs, you drink the beer. People like that. But Alex, you're a straight edge. So what do you say when you see Andrew Wilson being the top super chatter, ripping cigarettes and drinking beer? Is he a bad influence to the young kids?
Well, I mean, he kind of cancels it out by like putting thoughts in their place. I can't really say that.
I rescind the handshake thing. That was that's.
Hey, he's not gay. He's not gay.
Well, we're straight edge around here, but I eat too much food, so that's my vice.
Yeah, but dude, nobody needs to beat you up with the food. I mean, food's so good. It's like the only thing that we can actually enjoy. So actually, that you mentioned food, because you guys are both, you love foreign cultures, right, Andrew? Don't you love foreigners and illegal immigration?
It's my favorite. Hey, remember, Alex, you remember that debate that we had where you were arguing on behalf of illegal immigrants?
Of systemic racism, not illegal immigration.
Well, I mean.
It was systemic racism is real, because this is how I know that.
Oh my God, you're sick, Alex.
This is how I win this, and I beat
Alex.
JF. Oh, I beat JF. I beat JF. This is how and I beat you. I think with the same logic, real quick. I could beat you right now. I could beat Andrew Wilson, the world's greatest debater. You say systemic racism does not exist. Was systemic racism occurring on January 6th and the years thereafter?
Against who?
White people.
Oh, you mean, does systemic racism exist against whites?
The debate topic was systemic racism, does it exist? I said yes, and then in that I said, does it exist to white people? You said yes, JF said yes. So, ipso facto, is that the right word? Systemic racism does exist, right?
Okay, if that would be trivially true. Yes.
Oh my gosh, but come on, I'm just saying white people are getting...
Well, I mean, if you just make something definitionally true, then yes.
Well, I'm just saying white people were targeted on January 6th.
You think when people think systemic racism, though, and they go into that debate, they think that you're going to make the argument that the system is racist against white people, though, Alex?
Well, I make different
And by the way, in your defense, I'll concede the point. But you did argue on behalf of, like...
Black people, yes. And I love black people. And
I said that the system was systemically racist against black people.
Well, this is why, because when I studied sociology, and I'm not an expert, I didn't get into college.
You're not sociology.
College, the studies. Even when a white person and a black person is charged with the same crime, oftentimes, statistically, black people are given harsher punishment and sentences.
Yeah, because it's the 5th time they did it.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true.
Yes, it's necessarily true.
Well, it really goes to the public defender and the corruption within the public defenders are usually like giving them bad deals, you know, or taking trials that they know they would lose and not taking a deal. So I'm just saying, black people, because they're poor, statistically, they're going to fare much worse in the legal system without a paid attorney. So they are a product of their socioeconomic issues, right? Am I crazy? Am I wrong?
Well, yeah, like a money thing then. Like it favors the rich more than the poor, not necessarily white versus black.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that would be a class thing.
Yeah, but then, okay. Well, let me just say something.
So it'd be systemically classist.
This is why, and this was my mindset then, and I'll go there right now. I do not trust the system at all. I think the system is corrupt towards every single person. So that's why I think it's not even necessarily that it's, even though I do think black people are targeted just because they're easy prey for the system, I think the system will target white people, will take out anybody. It's going after
the system wasn't targeting black people when they were burning down cities, Alex?
They should have, and I don't understand. It didn't make sense.
It doesn't seem very systemic to me, does it, Alex?
In that instance, it doesn't, because I think it's very weird in Portland that they tried to burn down that federal courthouse for 60 days.
They burned a police station down in broad daylight while helicopters were covering it, Alex.
I know, you're right. Okay, guys, I want to try this.
Just change the subject.
No. We can debate. We can debate. No, but I want to go back to the illegal immigration. So you guys have ever been to Turkey? Isn't Turkey fighting with Pakistan right now? Is that right, Jimmy?
No.
It might be India,
bro.
Curry's fighting with them, not Turkey.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna. Well, I wanted you guys to do a taste test, and do not say anything racist. These are called crispy spicy sticks, and this is what they're called, crispy spicy. So we're all going to take a crispy spicy. Can you come over here, Nate? We might need to get close-ups of these. These aren't like, you know, nothing's illegal or weird or done anything. I'll eat them first so you guys can see. But I want you guys to rate this Turkish delicacy. I'll go first. It's quite nice. Do you like spicy?
No.
What about you, Alex?
I'll try it.
It's not bad. If you don't like spicy, it's a little spicy. Try ahead. I would say, show me real quick, I would rate that Turkish snack 6 out of 10. Let's see what Alex thinks.
It tastes like a more real tasting hot fry, pretty much.
Kind of, yeah. It tastes like a hot fry.
Like a 5, 6. Good.
All right, dude. These
terrible.
These Turkish people, their food sucks. Okay, Andrew, you like something sweet? How about this? I want you to rate. You would you eat this stuff? Rings?
I don't want any of that Turkish.
Why not, dude? Why, don't be a xenophobe. Eat some turkey. Eat some turkey. Eat some candy. There's some rohypnol on here too, so you'll get high.
Closest I come in ethnic food is Mexican. Okay.
Okay. These are the Portugal halkassis. Let's see how this tastes. Those are freaking delicious. Try one of those. That is delicious. Alex, you want one of those? How are you? Jimmy, clip this. Trying Turkish snacks. Reviewing Turkish snacks.
Got it.
What is your rating, Andrew?
Like a 7.
I think it's
They
a
taste
7.
like the little, like those little orange snacks you get at grocery stores.
It's exactly the orange ring. So I say 7. What do you think?
Like an 8. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. All right. Well, guys, we're going to, throughout the episode, we're going to rate that. Jimmy, I want you to edit a review of all the Turkish food, and I want you guys to progressively get racist. You guys weren't racist at all. When I say don't get racist, that usually means to be more racist. Okay, now, Andrew, speaking of being racist, what the hell are you doing in this clip? I go out there and I use the R word, retard, and people try to cancel me. And I know you guys say crazier words, but you went full Donald Trump in this clip. Let's play SOT number 1.
When you make fun of me, you look at me in my eyes.
I said, what is the C word? That is an important thing to talk about.
Do you think that if that black person is called the N-word and that Southerner is called the C-word?
What's the C word?
We can't, don't say it.
Yeah, I can't say it.
How could you ever say
but I
that,
said
oh,
don't.
which one's worse, the N-word or...
Okay, I gotta kick you off the show.
Was she actually...
This conversation is over. Get up and leave.
You're a little man, Brian. You're a tiny little man.
You sound like you're deaf, and you're thinking,
You cannot physically assault me.
No, how about when you make fun of me, you look at me in my eyes.
You disgust me.
You disgust me.
You disgust me.
You guys are disgusting, misogynistic, tiny little men. I hope you understand that. Thank you.
Poor Priscilla. Priscilla's so mad. Priscilla has been angry for a long time.
Who is that?
Priscilla! I'm sorry, Priscilla. I'm sorry.
And what is her...
Hey, you remember Sebastian from Looney Tunes?
Kind of,
He's a
yeah.
succotash.
No, but what is that? That's like, when they have it, it's like a tongue thing, right? She has a speech impediment.
I don't think she had a legitimate speech impediment or was deaf. I just think that she, I don't know, she's like a fucking weirdo. You know how...
Is she a sex worker, obviously?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, sometimes fucking weirdos just sound like weirdos.
Yeah.
They don't have actually anything wrong with them. They don't have like a hair lip or speech impediment.
She
They're
didn't
just
seem like she was
fucking weird.
retarded. She just seemed like she had like couldn't talk.
It's Priscilla. Leave Priscilla alone.
When you get fun of me, look at me in my face. I mean...
By the way, I haven't seen that clip in a while, and it's just as fucking funny as the day it happened.
Yeah, I think it had. I think the reason I pulled it had like 6 million views. Yeah, it's a great clip.
Oh, and all the feminists are underneath it, and they're like, "Andrew's so awful." And I'll sit there, like, I'll put on the Darth Vader music, you know, the Imperial March, and the Imperial March be blasting in my speakers while I have a beer, and I just put up the fucking comments on the big screen. It's dun 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 dun, and I just get to watch all the fucking seething feminists. It's the best shit ever.
I know, it really is to trigger these people. And Alex, you trigger so many people. Why is it fun? Why do we like to trigger people? Andrew, why do you like to just debate any person that wants to debate you? Why are we so sick? Alex, you answer first.
I don't know, man. I just think the reaction to something that's so trivial in nature, it just makes me laugh, dude. Like, I just know it's not that big of a deal. People are just losing their shit about it. I think it's just absurd. I think that's funny.
And what you do is so absurd, too, because, like, you go and you act... I like the way that you pedophile poach, and, like, I don't really like the way Vitaly and those guys do, where they're beating them up and this and that. I'm not saying we got to be nice.
Well, what that does, it delegitimizes.
And that's why they do it. Yeah, so what do you think about the Vitalys?
I think that shit's an op.
You do? What do you think?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think he's completely wrong. I mean, because if you wanted to subvert predator catching and just completely turn it upside down, what would you do? You would have people like Vitaly doing that shit.
And he fakes some, so then that ruins the credibility of what you're actually doing.
Because those videos spread to detectives in like other places that have nothing to do with them. So we go over there and they're like, "Oh, did you beat them up? I don't know about y'all." And like, dude, we have like so much evidence on these people. So yeah, I could definitely fuck some shit up.
Do you think it is that much of a conspiracy, Andrew?
Yes. Here's the truth is, years ago, Dateline had the Chris Hansen thing going on. The thing that shut all that down is one of those pedos basically went home and blew their brains out, right? They
after To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, they took themselves out. And
Which is
what happened
nobody's
is the
fault but
media
their own.
ran with it like a firestorm. Like everything these guys had ever done was now delegitimized. Even though they were literally, they had them on film, these guys were confessing to horrible things that they had intentions to do. They were showing up naked, right? Which with like dildos and
Condoms.
backpacks and shit. And the mainstream media couldn't wait to delegitimize them. And they had also, I'm telling you, there was all sorts of funding behind that too. I think that those guys, the guys who were showing up, beating these people up and this and that, maybe at first it's kind of funny. Like it's the idea of like, yeah, get them, you know what I mean? But when you see the effect it has on guys who are legitimate like Alex, which I've been following your work for a long time, right? Yeah. It's like, dude, what's going on here is it's delegitimizing him.
And they could be like subvertly supporting Vitaly just through super chats, right? Like you know what I mean? Vitaly might not even know who his biggest donor is. You don't know who some of your
We want more. Give us more of that.
Well, and Andrew, you do have big super chatters. I have big super chatters. Love Bad Buddhists. Love all the chat rats. And I end up meeting them.
And where's the Crucible with all the super chats for you?
No. We love the Crucible guys. Anything the Crucible gives us, we appreciate. But I'm saying is, when these people super chat you a lot, you do become friends with them, right?
Some of them?
Of course. And it's just some of you not every single one. So my point is, though, he could be getting paid. Vitaly could be getting, super chats or people he doesn't even realize
just being guided towards it.
He didn't even realize it's the government.
Right, I think Vitaly and the DAP, people that go around beating them up, I think they're too stupid to be like controlled opposition. I think they're kind of like Fetterman to where in AOC to where they're just retarded anyway, so they just do whatever they want anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I mean, it's terrible for the movement.
Well, look at who boosts it, right? It's always boosted by like left-wing accounts and shit like that. It is boosted by some right-wingers too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But look at who boosts it, who's pushing it to make it go viral, that kind of thing. You'll start to kind of see a pattern there. It's like, look, you shouldn't delegitimize that type of work. I remember this was years ago on the Crucible on a Lunatics on the Internet segment. What was the guy's name? I was just talking to you about him before the show. The lunatic you caught in the Albertsons.
Oh, Josiah.
Yeah, Josiah. We did a whole segment. So BX Bullet had sent us the whole dossier on this guy. And he was sitting on like this giant bed just talking about the most insane shit he would do to kids and put it on YouTube.
What?
Yeah, put it on YouTube.
To try to be edgy?
Yeah, and we were covering this guy, right?
100% serious.
So I had him send all that info to Alex, right? Now, I don't know if they got to him, didn't get to him, or what, but next thing I know, it was like a week or two later, he's getting confronted in this Albertsons, you know what I mean? We covered it the very night after, and I was, and you got him. Like, he got it, and I was like, boys, mission accomplished. They got him. And they still got that guy. I think they still got him under lock and key, right?
Yeah, he's psych warded to this day.
Yeah. And your energy did help that happen. Whether or not, like, it was your connection that did it. It's funny you sharing that. It's just like that's kind of what.
Well, BX Bullet was actually, she was the one who was like front and center on that. She found that channel. And she had sent that over. A lot of creators like dismissed this chick because Destiny went after her once, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Destiny, actually, we're about to play a Destiny clip. Actually, before we even get into this, let's just play SOT number 2 because that is a good segue to Destiny. Now, Destiny is such a cuckold. And honestly, I've been trying to...
Didn't you say when you were debating with her, you're like, oh, Destiny, oh, jizz all over.
Yeah, or, you let other guys jizz on your wife.
You let other guys jizz on your wife.
I said that a lot in the debate, probably too many times. I did ad hom. I ad hommed a little bit.
Oh, that's just as funny now as
probably
when
like you saying that to him.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize that. He's probably like under his desk, oh, I hate it. How
dare you say this to me, man?
Well, let's play you finally confronting Destiny. He tried to run and hide, but luckily Jubilee, which, Jubilee, they get some flack. They do some good stuff. The fact that they let you confront him, I thought that was kudos to Jubilee. So let's play the Destiny altercation.
Destiny, can you define fascism?
I would say the 2 big points for fascism are ultranationalism and authoritarianism.
If you have a president who doesn't want to get involved in foreign affairs as far as wars go and has some type of policies which benefit the United States over all of the nations, is he a fascist?
No.
Well, I'm still confused as to what makes Trump a fascist.
That's because I had 2 parts of that, and you missed the authoritarian one. What you described there before was just like protection.
Well, when you said authoritarian, what is he doing, which is accumulating all power to himself?
Donald Trump thinks that he should be able to unilaterally make decisions up and down all of the different departments and offices that exist in the executive branch.
Presidents use executive orders all the time. Let me ask you a question. Is the President of the United States control of the entire military apparatus?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that fascist?
No.
So they have unilateral, basically almost unilateral control control by your own metrics, that's not accumulating enough power, centralized control to one person. It's the fact that he tried to slay some fucking electors.
Destiny, you kind of had him tongue-tied over there, but is Destiny a good debater? Why is Destiny so popular?
He is a good debater. I would say he's one of the best, if not the best, on the left. And I've always enjoyed debating with him. There was a debate we actually had scheduled. I was on Crowder the day that it was going on, but that had nothing to do with Destiny. He didn't cancel. There was no issues there. I've always enjoyed debating with the guy.
I thought you were on his blackball list, but now you guys off that.
Yeah, well,
he went now that you got enough clout. Yeah. You're back on. Yeah, that's
well, he
fine.
blacklisted. He did blacklist me, but I mean, to be fair, he took me off the blacklist before that, actually. But
no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm saying no. I bet he did. I'm saying he hasn't taken me. I'm on that blacklist. He tweeted, "I will not debate Alex Stein, Zerka, or Nick Fuentes." You were on there too.
Yeah, but he didn't. The cancellation for that had nothing to do with him. So I just want to make that clear, right? It had
You're
nothing
not trying to
do
throw
with
him.
If it did, if it did, I would just say it. I'd be like, this fucking piece of shit bowed out or something like. But that had nothing to do with it. So. But in any case, yeah, I think he's a good debater. But more importantly, I think he's a good representation of his particular worldview. And that's the worldview I'm always trying to get at. So I do think that there's merit. And all these people are like, the guy's irrelevant. It's like, that's fucking cope. I know that all this shit's happening with all of his, his personal life and this and that, but the guy is still politically relevant. He's still going on major shows.
Who says he's irrelevant?
Oh, man, you see that shit all over Twitter. Don't platform this guy's irrelevant. I'm like, you're fucking dumb. And all that does, conservatives did this before. They pulled way the fuck back. They fell on their swords. They went to all the quarantine sites. And the lefts took it all over. And suddenly they're like, well, if you deplatform them, they go away. They don't go away. They just get bigger because they have an echo chamber. You fucking idiots. You got to be wrecking them all the time.
I agree. We need to push back. But Destiny's not irrelevant. I mean, he's got 10,000. He just turns on. He's playing this stupid Minecraft. He has 10,000 viewers. So
yeah.
You're not irrelevant if that's the case. But guys, you're getting 10,000 viewers. Alex, when you go live, you get 5,000 viewers on your Rumbles, right? I mean,
not that much, but we have in the thousands for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So you guys are both successful. It's so awesome to see that, guys. But now, Andrew, you're drinking all that beer. I want you to. I'm trying to take care of my health. Let's be honest, guys. We're not getting any younger. And if you want to look and feel your best, you need to check out Pure Health Research. They have 45 premium health supplements designed to help with every goal, whether it's boosting your energy, trimming belly fat, supporting blood sugar, pumping your testosterone up, or even reducing swelling in your legs. Pure Health Research Supplement Store has you covered. Each formula is crafted with natural, non-GMO ingredients, backed by clinical research and manufactured right here in the United States of America. And here's the best part. Pure Health Research is offering you an exclusive 35% discount. Just go to purehealthresearch.com and use coupon code ALEX at checkout. With their 365-day money-back guarantee, there's zero risk in trying something new. So why wait? Head over to purehealthresearch.com now and explore their 45 amazing supplements and save 35% before this deal ends. With the coupon code ALEX, don't miss this chance to start the year feeling your best. purehealthresearch.com. All right.
I'll drink to that, Alex.
Let's get wasted. But I still can't believe it, Alex. I'm so happy that you haven't drank or smoked. I was just saying, I don't party like I used to, but when I was your age, I was at LSU, and I was literally drinking and putting drugs in multiple orifices. Not my butthole, but my nose and my mouth.
That's a lot of orifices.
That's 3 orifices, yeah.
That is a lot of orifices.
Dude, it's not good to put stuff up your nose. I've learned that. It's not healthy. It's
Did you ever take drugs in your ears?
Maybe, honestly, yeah, because I've done whippets. I feel like that. It's kind of that when you inhale, it kind of goes.
Can you actually take the acid drops? Someone will always have like that little dropper.
Have you never done LSD?
Well, I'm not going to say if I've.
Let's be cool. I've done LSD. Come on, Alex.
Hey, but you can't drop them right in the ear, I think, right?
Yes, you can. They do work that way.
Yeah, I knew it.
Andrew,
Fucking
one of your Crucible guys joined a super chat.
Something like that.
Wow, did we get a big super chat from the Crucible?
6 of Spades said, "What's up from the Crucible crew?"
What do we got?
We love the Crucible. And guys, we got a lot of viewers. Everybody needs to go, and I know they already are supporting the Crucible, but everybody needs to go follow the locals on Rumble for Alex's chat. And that's Predator Poachers on Rumble, right, Alex?
Right.
And then also the Crucible on YouTube. I mean, you guys are freaking so huge. What does it feel like now, though? Both of you guys, I want you to answer first. So now you guys have been working so hard, and now you're having financial success. What does that feel like?
Well, I mean, it still feels the same. I mean, I always say always happy but never satisfied. So we got to go get the next pedo, get him arrested. That's how I look at it.
So even though you're making a good living, it doesn't change you at all. It doesn't make you want to. Because I'll be honest, when I first got signed with the Blaze, I made some good money before I worked here, but I was like, man, I'm getting paid to do what I love. I started eating. I became a victim of my own success a little bit. Now I'm dialed more in. But Andrew, you're doing very well. I'm not going to talk about how much money. Has the money changed you? Is it true, more money, more problems?
No, it's not the case that more money, more problems. It's more money, more work.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But I do have a very generous audience base, but I give a lot back. Like, I actually do give a lot back.
A lot of access to your fans. Guys, if you're an actual Crucible supporter, and this is what I try to do too, is you get to actually...
You went to a big party.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying you get to actually meet Andrew. Andrew's not going to be one of these guys, even though he's world famous now on Piers Morgan all the time. He's still going to come and hang out with you, have a beer, and I mean, he's just a normal guy, and I think that's why your audience resonates with you so well, because your audience is a bunch of normal
I think
guys.
so. I mean, you were at that big debate con we had. It was fucking great. You went and partied with the Crucible crew. Those guys were great.
They were solid as rocks.
They were good guys, and it's like, so, we raised a bunch of cash. We threw that big party. Remember we emptied it out on Pisco? That was really funny.
Yeah, Pisco actually...
We emptied it, the whole room, we emptied it out on Pisco. I was like, let's go party, guys. And they're like, yeah, fuck this noise. And so we had a debate to an empty hall. Fuck you, Pisco.
well, and I like this, Pisco, fuck you, but I kind of like Pisco. He's actually a pretty smart guy, though. He went to NYU. I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't think he was as smart as he was. He's actually...
If he was that smart, why would he be a fucking YouTube creator?
Why is he libtarded? That's what I said, because he is, you know what I mean? He knows a lot of shit, though, right? Okay, let's just be intellectually honest. Pisco has, retarded recall.
Yeah, well, Rob Noor kicks the shit out of him every time they debate. So.
Rob Noor is a great debater. Yep. Rob Noor, he needs more. He needs his flowers.
Rob Noor should be that guy should be in the limelight all the time. The problem is, right, he works his ass off for his family. He's working 90-hour weeks, and he just can't catch a fucking break. I mean, this guy's just always... He just can't focus enough on what it is that he's good at, you know what I mean?
But he can't stop because you have to work your whole life to become an overnight success just like you. So he just needs that. Somebody's going to give Rob that rub.
He's going to get the break eventually.
Yeah, he'll get the rub that he needs.
He'll get the break eventually. And you know what? The Crucible, when Rob Noor hits the fucking stars and he surpasses all of us in this room times 10, right? We'll be right there to clap and applaud on his way, man.
Yeah, I'll be asking him for money. Okay, but now let's talk about your success. This is the epitome of Andrew Wilson. When I think of Andrew Wilson, I think of
Oh, sorry, Alex, I have to interrupt. We just got a $100 super chat.
$100 super chat from who?
From a guy named Silent, and he just did
the
salute.
Silent.
Silent, dude. Yeah. Silent, thank you, dude.
Tell Silent to shut the fuck up.
No, Silent. You can say whatever you want, even if it's anti-Semitic. We'll allow it with that type of money. We'll allow it for $100. But this moment and this, I'm talking about Wes Watson versus Andrew Wilson at the Fresh and Fit live event in Miami, and this, for me, is why I like it so much, because you're going against a guy that's like, whether he's the lolcow or not, he's the alpha male wannabe, sell you a coach. He's like the epitome of the worst guy ever. He's literally every bad characteristic wrapped up in one guy. Whether you like him or not, whether he even has good opinions, he's just like everything he says, the package of Wes Watson is just deplorable. And I'm not even, I'm not like I'm judging him. He's a free country. He can act like how he wants to act. But you shut him down with just basic logic, and he's like, oh, you don't have money.
Hypothetical's hypocritical. Hypothetical's hypocritical.
Let's watch the clip, and I want to get your reaction. This is the best. Andrew Wilson, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, shot number 3.
This is a perfect example of how insecure people react when they're losing an argument.
Are you proud of who the you are? Would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the he is? That's a bag of trash, dude. You got 10-inch arms and tits.
If you want to follow the successful mantra of a man who tells you he's reformed from prison, understand why they might have gone there to begin with. I do think that a rejection of materialism is something missing in society, and I do think that true wealth is the family. Success is being able to go home and look your family in the face and know that you're doing everything you can to support them. Do you have children?
I do have children.
How many?
I have 2.
Are you saying that your Bugatti and your money and everything else is worth more than your children?
Like, my dad's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table. He came from nothing to this.
Yeah.
He's
there we go.
Damn.
He's so mad he couldn't keep it
That is a product. Dude, I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're going to attack
Straight
you're going to attack
And you're not even really fat, like a fat ass. I mean,
you're the one who got hostile for having a difference of opinion.
Wow, he calls you fat. That's when you know you're losing an article. I mean, yeah, we can all lose 10 pounds, but that's such a low blow. You don't need to lose. You're not fat. That's not.
Well, it's funny because Watson, what the thing is I didn't really have to do much. Watson destroyed himself, and I just happened to be in the room at the time. I just happened to be there while this guy completely had a fucking meltdown, right? And I just happened to be the guy he was talking to. One guy who's in that clip who hardly gets enough credit is Made by Jim Bob.
Yeah, Jim
Made
Bob
by
crushed
Jim
it,
Bob.
yeah.
Now, what happened was it was a perfect 1-2 combo. So in comes Jim Bob, and he goes, "Shave my arms? I'm a fucking man. Why would I shave my arms?
That's what you should have had that.
Why would I shave my fucking arms?" But the thing is that he wasn't as well known as me because of the various appearances I'd made on
Jim Bob. You're talking about Jim Bob. Yeah.
And so a lot of that, I got a lot of that credit. You know what I mean? When really Jim Bob actually was, he needled him to the point where he had lost his mind. He just wanted to take it out on me because I was closer, right?
Yeah.
And so then we got into the logical argument and he lost, and that's what went viral. But a lot of people forget that Jim Bob was the guy who was there who was like, "Shave my arms, I'm a man," you know what I mean? And then Wes Watson was like, "Where'd you get that shirt? Osh, bosh, gosh," or some shit. And Jim Bob looked at him and just started clowning this fucking idiot, you know what I mean? But he was actually, if Jim Bob hadn't been there and he hadn't kind of gotten into that engagement, I don't think that guy would have exploded the way he did, but something about Jim Bob, like, just made that guy's fucking brain explode.
Well, Jim Bob's good at that, like, where he has kind of that calm kind of killer instinct, too, you know what I mean? Where he's just kind of, it's kind of like...
Another very underrated...
Debater.
Not only debater, but underrated entertainer. He's fantastic.
Funny.
But
Good
he's getting
artist.
out there now. He's getting. I've seen him on whatever.
Yeah.
He's doing real good over there. He's doing real good.
He's getting 1,000 live viewers now. I saw that the other day. Yeah. So, I mean, he's breaking 1,000, so he's doing good. I mean, that's all we need. And
he's been a good, close, personal friend for a long time. Like,
Jim Bob has.
Yeah, very close personal friend. Great guy. Very fine entertainer. So
he is very funny. I like Jim Bob.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut. We've gotten so many super chats. We'll read the $20.
Yeah, read all the $20 super chats.
Too many. That's not enough. We need more.
No. We have 3 $100 super chats.
Yeah.
So Made by Jim Bob said,
we were just talking about it, even though he's super chatting.
I wish I could share some of that shit beer with y'all.
Yeah, I wish you could, bro.
6 of spades. I'll go bar for bar. And then here's the other $100. Jason Castle from the Crucible to Alex.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. I got my. This isn't the gay one, right? Coors Light. Is this the straight one? Is this?
No, that's fucking gay, bro. That's
all beer's gay, man.
Okay,
no,
that's 100% gay.
Yeah, I mean it is.
It's 100%.
Here, Alex, let me read the $20 super chats real quick. Christopher Scott. Andrew's a good guy outside of being a dirty comedian.
What, Jimmy? We got 2 big guys, but read all the $20 super chats. Just run through them real quick. How many are there?
Christopher Scott. Andrew's a good guy outside of being a dirty Canadian.
That's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
Car Camp, not one step back. What it do, baby, from the Crucible. Chef Dylan, Crucible Crew. What's going on, boys?
Crucible Crew for sure.
That's it.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, now, Alex, I want to get to you.
While you get to him, though, can you have a guy run back and grab me a beer?
Yeah, Jimmy, go in Sarah Gonzalez's. Somebody go to Sarah Gonzalez's mini fridge. There is a right-wing beer. Hurry, run. We have a short amount of time
left.
left.
It's going to taste way better if it's stolen from somebody else.
Yes, it'll be stolen from Sarah's. That's where we keep them. Okay, Alex, you have been getting a lot of flack for your love for India, or am I getting that incorrect?
No. It's my love of the N-word, not India.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have been covering. I mean, I've been the #1 Twitter page for covering the war between India and Pakistan. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do it.
Who's winning?
Yeah, who is winning?
Humanity.
Well, did you? That is funny. But did you see all the Indians that Elon Musk did? They were doing a Ponzi scheme through the payout system on X, where they were sharing each other's, and then Elon made it where India can't get X payouts anymore.
Yes. I mean, that was awesome from him. And I think, like, if the likes on Twitter go down for generic pages, we'll know that Pakistan's probably winning. But, I mean, if the likes stay the same, then India's probably winning.
Chances of nuclear war. Now, these guys have been at war for a long time. They've gone at it like 4 different times. Chance of nuclear war on this? What do you think?
Chance of nuclear war? Oh, my God, man. Well,
pretty low, right?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. right-wing beer. This is we got the best crew here at the Blaze.
Conservatives, dads, ultra-right, 100% woke free.
Yeah, it's gay conversion therapy beer. If you drink it, it turns you straight, so you'll be extra straight. Rate it 1 through 10.
Yeah, it's all right. It's beer.
It's based that.
Give it a number.
You know what it is? It reminds me of like some generic Simpsons beer, like Duff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is exactly how I feel like a Duff beer would taste.
That's Kroger brand or whatever, you know, Costco.
The beer-flavored beer, you know?
That's beer-flavored beer. And, I think it's actually pretty expensive. So, do we want to play the SOT first, Jimmy, or are we going to do the Indian defense on you first?
We don't have the SOT because it got removed from online.
Okay, so you have a very unorthodox way to protect yourself from Indian people. Is that correct, Alex?
I do.
Okay, so can you explain what that is?
So the military-industrial complex actually removed this video off Twitter. So basically, Pakistan's...
Jimmy, wait, come on set real quick, Jimmy, here quick. So Jimmy's my producer, and Jimmy, he suffers from autism as well. So let's just say there's an Indian guy that wants to attack Jimmy. How can we protect Jimmy? Because he does all of my dirty work. I need him to be okay. So
right.
If we want to protect him from a Pajit molesting him, and they have done that in the past. That is a stereotype that they're guilty of, unfortunately.
This guy, you're talking about a guy, he's all hopped up on curry, right? He can't control himself. What's this look like, boys?
How do we protect him?
Right. So basically, this did get taken down by Twitter. So Pakistan, if you're watching this video, this is how you're going to win the war. So basically, around my mom's house, I made an anti-Pajit force field because I was getting all these DMs from Indians in like August, September, saying they're going to rape my mom and all this and that. But I don't even think they would. I think my mom would kick their ass, and she's like 5'5". So anyway, so what you got to do, it's like a sea bear circle in SpongeBob. You got to put down the Pajit force field here. Basically, you got to make sure it's 100% Charmin Ultra Soft toilet paper, okay? And
why is that though? Why does the toilet paper keep them away? It's because they're allergic to it?
They are allergic to it, absolutely.
What about what about other brands?
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
it has to be Charmin.
I'm sponsored by them. So basically, now look, I'm not trying to gather dirt on Indians because they have enough dirt on themselves already, but this is how you protect yourselves from them, okay? So you gotta basically put it around you. You good?
This is like the supernatural demon salt circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I'm safe.
Oh my God! Wait, time out. We just got a $500 super chat.
No
Who's it
way.
from, Brandon? Are you freaking kidding? From Jungle F. Oh my gosh, Jungle F.
Nice.
Shout out from the Crucible. Stein, you're hilarious. Keep wrecking the libs with all that jazzy jazz humor of yours. Preach on, brother Andrew, with a logical foundation mixed with comments.
Crucible
and
crew, baby.
Crucible crew, guy. I love the Crucible crew, and I love Andrew Wilson. Okay, but let's go back. How do we protect it? Because I'm Pakistan.
Hang on, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Can you touch him right now? Because if you can't, we know what that means.
That I'm Indian or shit my pants?
hold on,
I did shit my pants recently.
Yeah, there's a little Indian blood in there.
yeah, okay. Go try it.
Let's see if Pakistan. No, back up a little bit. Let's see if this will still take them out. If it'll protect you from Pakistan. Okay. Can we see it? Or from India. Okay. So you are Pakistani. And let's see if the force field works.
It works.
Oh, it works. It works. You're fine.
Very good, son. Very good. Very
And if
good.
that doesn't work, we have this next time. All right, Jimmy, get out of here. The
Push this whole thing around Frisco, please.
Dude, but have you seen all the Muslims taking over Plano? Here, sit down, Alex.
Yeah.
No, this is a real thing. And Andrew, you're getting kicked back because you're like, hey, listen, I don't like the Muslims. I don't like Israel. I don't like both of them, really. And
yeah, that's true. Well, this is why I was wondering about nuclear war, because can I expect that that'll take like that whole region out?
Yeah, no, I was hoping so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because my
I was worried for a second.
You guys want Pakistan, so now you're rooting on Pakistan.
Basically, my inheritance has gone down fucking half because my grandma's given all her money away the past 2 years to fucking Indians. So I mean, like,
what, through being scammed on phone call scams?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, these people are sick. Why are these Indians a lot of them on these telephone scammers? Like, to do that to a human being, I mean, just you have no moral character.
I have a story about an Indian that actually scammed me. My first job, like out of, when I dropped out of college, was pizza delivery. Well, I had to do that to fund predator poachers at first. Dude, it was an Indian owner, and he freaking changed it in the computer to take up my delivery fee. So he kept all the delivery fees. So if I got nothing on a fucking delivery, I got no money. I didn't even know.
So you would get your paycheck, and you'd get a paycheck for like $45 or something?
Yeah, my paycheck would be, he probably took about $200 from me in the first month. From a 19-year-old kid with literally nothing in the bank.
Wait.
His name was Qual.
So you're deep-seated hatred for India and love of Pakistan comes from the fact that your Indian boss robbed you once. This whole country's got to go.
Yeah.
This country's got to go.
That's all it takes. And this is the thing is, I mean, it only takes, one black dude, beating you up in 5th grade to make you, Nick Fuentes. No offense to Nick. I'm just saying,
Alex, I feel like you took that just a little bit far. This was reasonable. He had a totally reasonable take. Indian guy fucked him over. All of India has to go. You, though, you took it to an extreme level there. Extreme level, Alex.
Well, I'm an extreme guy, and you guys are extreme too. But Alex,
what a fucking lunatic.
I am a lunatic. I'm a Looney Tunes. but real quick, Alex, I can't believe it, dude. I didn't know that you're about to be on the next season of Big Brother. Is that true? Are you announcing that?
What the hell's that?
Well, we got your audition tape. So you auditioned for Big Brother. This got leaked. Yeah, let's watch SOT number 5, your audition tape.
My name's Alex Rosen. I'm 32 years old.
Shit.
I'm from the lovely state of South Carolina. And I'm very much single. So my boss, Jared, said I should try out for this show. I've never seen it in my life. He said you're weird enough to try it out. You might be able to win some athletic competition. So here the hell I am.
I'd never be shirtless in a pool, so I don't think that's
called
me.
Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Wait, play that again. Wait, play that one more time real quick.
My name's Alex Rosen. I'm 32 years old. I'm from the lovely state of South
Yeah,
Carolina.
that's you, I thought.
Yeah.
And I'm very much single.
I must have been drunk. I don't know. I don't remember. I must have drank alcohol.
I've never seen it in my life. He said you're weird enough to try it out. You might be able to win some athletic competition. So here the hell I am. I grew up in a small town called Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
And you're from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, right?
My name's Alex Rosen. I'm 32 years old.
Okay, we don't need to play it anymore. So when are you going to go on Big Brother?
I still don't even know what that is.
What a con.
It's not like a TV.
I know, he's
It's
lying.
like
So you're embarrassed. So we
Yeah.
expose you that you auditioned, and now you're embarrassed to admit that you
Alex, why
auditioned.
don't you have a seat right over there?
Oh, my God. I plead the fifth. I was just trying to mentor, okay?
Is that what they say when you catch them? I'm just here for the mentorship
That's what a
program.
few of them,
I'm here.
Alex, I have some chats here, though, bro, that we really
from
need
Ariel,
to talk about. What is
Emily.
this?
Yes,
I'm going on Big Brother thing that you were talking about the other.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I can't answer that, actually. I still don't know what it is.
No, we still don't know. And it's a show where you live in a reality, in a house. It's a reality show where you're on camera 24/7. Okay, so I know you guys saw this. It's going so viral. Give me full screen number 3. I like this statue. They put a statue of Medea in New York City, and I like Tyler Perry, so I don't know why there's so much negativity surrounding this art.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually the first black woman I saw that has been quiet.
Why do you assume that's a black woman? Wait. Why do you instantly assume that's a black woman? That's a statue.
Really?
Like, how do you just assume that?
Well, you can tell by her posture that she's
Yeah, true, the posture.
She has negative body language, you know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, this is how black women stand. Michelle Obama doesn't stand like that. That's how
you guys,
Michelle Obama's a dude.
that's pretty racist.
Yeah, well, this is a racist
racist.
show sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Not enough. No.
That's a critique. That's a fair critique too. But we don't need to get more racist. But I like the black statue. Like I said, I'm a big Serena Williams fan. Shout out Serena Williams. She's getting that attention she deserves. That is Serena Williams, right, Jimmy?
Yep.
And but now these MSNBC hosts, they're just shucking and jiving on TV. I don't know if I like this. I want to get your guys a reaction.
Back out, so we finished
It's a
the
wrap.
first episode.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I need a drink. I need a drink. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And we gonna eat. We gonna drink. We gonna party. We gonna eat. We gonna drink. And we gonna be back tomorrow.
Meanwhile, in the back, they're like working.
Okay, come back.
Those are pretty good astronauts, pretty smart astronauts, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I didn't know statues could move, man.
Back out, so we finished
It's a
the
wrap.
first.
That's how you know that statue's her. It's built exactly like that woman. I mean,
I feel like she still wouldn't float in zero gravity, though.
she's just gonna sink to the bottom.
I feel like she still wouldn't float.
Yeah, she's too dense. She's not buoyant. There's not enough buoyancy to even lift her up. I mean, these hosts on MSNBC are so cringe. And you know, this is one thing. You guys are not sold out at all. You guys are truly independent. And the fact that you guys have been able to carve success without the help of a big media company behind you. You guys both deserve a big pat on your back. So what is the future? I want Andrew to go first. Like, what do you kind of foresee yourself in the future? Like, do you foresee yourself always staying independent? Or are you thinking, hey, now I'm on Piers Morgan all the time. Now I'm on this. Maybe the Daily Wire, maybe the Blaze, maybe somebody even bigger, you know? I mean,
if somebody came along who was complimentary to our mission statement of not one step back in our war with the degens and backed that up and allowed us to have the wiggle room that we wanted in order to continue what it is that the Crucible is all about, I'd be willing to entertain that. But we get offers all the time, and I turn them down all the time.
I'm sure you do.
Because of the fact that if we don't have the wiggle room, like, let me give you an example. So this debate ends up getting canceled, and I'm like, you know what? Me and my wife are going to see Metallica. I'm going to grab 2 mega fans who are always helping us with TikTok invasions. I flew their asses out, and we got front row seats, and I took them to see Metallica.
And that's epic.
Two Crucible fans, right? It was fucking awesome. And the thing is like, I don't want to have to not be able to do cool shit like that as we're going through and, you know, we're building what it is that we're building. So unless we had, like, kind of the right deal,
you're going to stay independent.
Then I'll stay independent because we don't fucking need it.
You don't need it. I mean, the support that we've got.
We don't fucking need anybody.
You don't need anybody. Just the support we got on the show right now is so incredible. And that's how much they support you. They're supporting me. So I know that you have.
I mean, we don't need them. But the thing is like, you do have to work with people. You know that. I know that. But unless it was something which was really complementary to what we're doing, because anybody who signs up with us is obviously they're going to do very well with us. So it's like we can kind of pick and choose.
You are in a position of negotiation. So are you, Alex. You guys have one of the biggest locals channels. So are you is your goal to stay independent, or kind of what is your goal?
Well, kind of same as him. If somebody comes around and is like, you can do whatever you want, that involves saying whatever I want to say or whatever, do it how I do it, then yeah, I would entertain it. But I mean, as of now, I mean, it seems like we are going to be independent. I mean, we have the best team. I have the best team that I could ever imagine. I'm so grateful for all of them.
Oh my God.
How many pedos has your team caught, Andrew? But you know,
how many thoughts has your team destroyed, Alex?
Yeah, that is true.
Well,
yeah, you've caught a bunch of pedophiles, but have you made any whores cry, Alex? I don't know.
No, you haven't.
Well, we've got people destroyed with high body counts of kids. But,
yeah. Oh gosh.
Holy God. Woo. Okay, Alex, you win.
Yeah, you win. Alex.
Man.
Yeah, we surrender.
One of the debater?
Yes, you did. Andrew will admit. See, Andrew's a good debater too, and I think Andrew, you're an honest debater, and I think that I mean, usually you're arguing from the correct position, so you're good. But I think you would admit you've lost debates before.
Yeah, just never to you or anybody else you know.
Well, I won the systemic racism debate, but we'll debate about that later. But no, I'm just saying you are, and even if you don't like in a whole debate.
Of course, anybody. I've debated thousands of times with thousands of people on. I mean, literally thousands of different topics. Of course, you're going to lose debates.
Yeah.
And of course, I've lost debates. Right? You look at it like Call of Duty Killed to Death. Right? It's like, yeah, I've died a few times, but my kill rate, it's really fucking high.
That is true. That is a.
So my KDS, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you are pretty good. Your record is good. Okay, Alex. Well, now, I want to play this clip. You get accused of being very racial, and I love black people. Andrew, you and I argue systemic racism. I think what this Chinese woman did to these black people was wrong. So let's play shot number 7.
Gotta make it pay for us.
No, but what's the difference? Because they didn't pay first is what we're trying to say. So what's the difference between us and them? Why didn't they pay first?
They didn't have to pay their food.
That's all we're asking. Could you answer that question, please?
They didn't have to pay their food.
So you guys are discriminating pretty much.
So why didn't they have to pay?
No, so why?
But they didn't pay.
Why didn't they pay first? Why didn't they pay first? Why do we have to pay first and they didn't pay first?
Why won't they pay first? That kind of makes me worried. Like, who's in the right? Okay, we can end it. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Is the Chinese woman
with my girlfriend
wrong for trying to make them pay first, Andrew?
Yeah, so probably from the morally correct position, yes. Right? So the idea, but from the kind of like normalcy position, maybe not. So if it were the case that there was like, let's say, I don't know, I had like a store in the middle of the ghetto, you know what I mean? Or something.
Well, her store is a crab boil. I watched a little bit of that clip. It's a crab boil, so if you order it, it probably is kind of expensive because it's seafood, right? Yeah. So they probably are worried, you know, they don't want to get stuck boiling $100 worth of seafood.
Right, and then get stiff. So if it is the case that you see, you know, a trend with one particular demographic in your area, I can understand why people would be extra vigilant about it. Like, that makes sense. You wouldn't disagree with that, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Right.
I mean, I believe in stereotypes.
Right.
There's
So
a reason they
so the
exist.
thing is like, but if we're going on the question of is it morally correct, you know what I mean, to do that, then yeah, likely not. But I still understand why. I wouldn't like go, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Obviously, it makes sense, right?
I know, and it's kind of weird that they wouldn't pay. They should have just been like, okay, I don't mind paying, you know. I mean, but what do you think, Alex? Was that?
Well, I mean, I've always said if the KKK wants to recruit real racists, they should just get delivery drivers and waitresses because, dude, I'm telling you, man, my 3 years of delivering pizza, I mean, it made me go from like, you know, kumbaya to just like, holy shit.
Why? Because the black guys didn't tip you and the Indian guys stole from you, and then
right.
What did the Mexicans do to you?
Yeah, they were decent tippers. The whites tip the best usually, but you know, it's like the one thing that I shared in common with these Indians and Pakis that I worked with. We're all just kind of wink, wink, nod, nod with the black neighborhoods. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. There were times where we knew we weren't gonna get tipped. We knew it was gonna be a 5-mile drive for nothing, especially in a 10 mile per gallon car that I was driving. Everybody was in accordance. We're going to jack up the delivery fees for these black customers because it's like they just don't tip. It's
I know
places do.
It's
It is.
economics. I mean, we got to make money selling pizza, and if it costs us $10 to deliver it, we got to charge $10 to deliver it. I mean, I don't know, but this is the thing, guys.
And let me just ask you this, Alex. If every time you went to Asia Town you got robbed, would you go to Asia Town?
Well, every time I go there, I get a masseuse from an Asian woman.
Yeah, but if every time you went to Asia Town you got robbed, would you keep going to Asia Town?
I would not, but I
You
like
would
their
not.
egg rolls. I would not. They would rob me one time, and I would not go.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know why you're so fucking racist, Alex. With
Well, you know, I got canceled for
fucking
saying
ridiculous.
I got canceled for saying this joke. I don't think it is that racist. Did you know that dogs have races? Like, obviously, Chihuahuas are Mexican. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Right? And then obviously, golden retrievers are white people. They're the best behaved, you know, and they always pay their child support.
I feel like we're gonna get to the what is the black
You've heard this,
people?
yeah. Black
Is
people
it-
are obviously pit bulls because they're 14% of the dog population, but they commit 60% of the dog assaults.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I said that when I opened up for Tucker Carlson, and the Fort Worth Star Telegram wrote like a.
Would you consider though that the German Shepherd to be the purest breed?
Yeah. That's what I had to add. See, that's why Andrew's a brilliant comedian. Andrew's low-key one of the best comedians. Okay, guys, thank y'all for joining me. We only have you guys for a couple more minutes now. I asked you about the future, but even though you're so big, because we do the freestyle finale, I want to get it out of the way. Alex, tell the people, how can they find you and support you?
Well, just type in Predator Poachers, PREDATOR space POACHERS on YouTube, and from there you can find the rest of our stuff.
And then the Crucible, shout out the Crucible, please.
Actually, Alex deserves to shout himself out twice. Your work's incredible.
Thanks so much.
From all of us here at The Crucible, and you can find us at The Crucible, thecrucible.video, become a member. Make sure you support this guy's work. It's fucking incredible, and he does a great job.
You guys both do a great job, and I really do not see y'all's success stopping unless, and I wouldn't even be against this unless y'all wanted to take a little break, you know what I mean? Have you thought about that, though, Andrew? You taking at least a vacation?
You know what's really great? Me and my wife, we never really got a chance to take much in the way of vacations together. We've been on the grind for years and years and years raising our kids. And finally, for the first time in a long time, like I told her, I said, you know, the kids are a little older, have the older sister come in, watch, and, you know, we have, like, people that can come in and assist and blah, blah,
Did y'all
blah,
even
blah,
go on a good honeymoon?
So I'm like,
have y'all had the honeymoon yet?
Dude, our honeymoon sucked. But the point is, I grabbed her, and I'm like, let's go. You know, for it's almost been 2 weeks, and it's been fucking great. It's like I get to know my wife again.
Yeah, it's badass.
You know, it's fucking great. So
You've been crushing it. You've been on Crowder, and there's,
Yeah.
you know, like I
And
said,
she gets to go in, you know, check out the studios. She gets to fucking, you know, and some of these people are great people. Not here.
And Rachel's
Not
smart.
here. They're not great here.
No,
But
they are
everywhere
great.
else, they're fucking great.
Well, I do want to say this too, and this is honest. You know, he's actually kidding because there are great people here.
There are great
Rachel is
people here.
smarter and more likable than you.
That is true.
That is true.
But I've always said that she was the smart one, and I helped my way to the top, Alex.
Yeah, she's a smart one. You're the drunk one, and we like the drunk one. Everybody likes the drunk uncle. You know what I mean? So I think that's why you're successful.
No, I do love it here. Listen, it's always been a great crew. Alex Stein has always treated me great. We give each other some shit, but that's actually because we're good friends.
That is true, and I, like I said, I agree with Andrew about 95% of on the things that he talks about, and the 5% that we might disagree on, I give two shits because the guy's a great guy, and I want to see him successful. And I think that's another thing that the left should do is that even if we disagree with people, we shouldn't like have this sort of animosity that we can never look past, this Trump derangement syndrome towards other political influencers.
Nah, fuck leftists. They're scum. I hate all of them, and they all fucking need to get buried under awesome and epic conservative ideology.
Yeah, in Minecraft, and none of them need to have anything physically happen to them.
No, I didn't say anything about physical, nothing.
No, you didn't. I just wanted to make sure because we have thousands of people.
They need to get
This episode's going to be one of our biggest episodes. We don't want anybody hurt. On YouTube.
Destroy the left.
No, don't destroy them. Just make sure that they're not successful in their attempts to steal any more future elections. Okay, guys, remember, I want to take a moment to talk about where we are right now because let's be honest, conservatives are winning. The movement is gaining ground. People are waking up. The narrative is cracking, and the momentum is finally shifting. But the fight's not over, not even close. That's why Blaze TV exists, because in a world full of noise, we need a strong hold for bold voices, free thinkers, and fearless commentary that helps make sense of the chaos. At Blaze TV, we built a home for some of the strongest, smartest voices in conservative media. People who tell it like it is, ask the tough questions that mainstream media won't touch, and aren't afraid to challenge the narrative. When you subscribe to Blaze TV, you're not just watching content, you're supporting a movement. You're backing creators who think for themselves.
Send Alex your money.
Send me your money.
Send him your money.
And they have tonight. We've got over $1,000 in Super Chat. And refuse to be silenced by big tech or corporate media. You're supporting investigative journalism and that exposes corruption, and original documentaries that shine a light on the deep state. It's everything the networks won't show you, delivered on your terms on any device, anytime. And right now, you can try Blaze TV for 99 cents for the first 30 days when you use my promo code PRIMETIME99 at checkout. That's the entire month of uncensored insanity for less than $1. So if you're ready to keep winning, sharp your values, make sure we don't lose the ground we've gained. Go to blazetv.com/Alex and subscribe today. That's blazetv.com/Alex. Promo code PRIMETIME99 and try Blaze TV for 99 cents. Okay, that's been our show. Andrew, thank you so much.
Alex, we got another $50 super chat from Tenublet.
Nice.
Make sure to get your Crucible jackets and hats at the Crucible store. Shout out to Mr. E for keeping the grift rolling.
Yes, everybody needs to go support the Crucible, and everybody needs to go on locals right now. That is an order. That is a call to action right now. I know most of the people here that are watching this probably already subscribed to the Crucible.
Sucks, Alex.
I know that beer does suck.
Alex.
It's not my beer. It's not my beer. I didn't brew that beer. And Brandon probably, peed in it or something. I mean, Brandon's a crazy guy. I wouldn't be surprised. But you guys deserve it, and I want all the Crucible audience, for all the support you guys are giving me, I want you guys to take that support and also please give it to Alex Rosen. There's nobody out there that is grinding as hard as him. I mean, Alex, do you sleep in the damn minivan sometimes?
We do, multiple times a month, so.
Gosh, that's insane. The guy's living in a minivan, basically, to be able to catch these.
Give him all the support. What he does is fucking amazing.
It is. It is. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time with the freestyle finale. So, DJ, hit that beat, bitch! Let's go, ho! Yo, I'm on set, and I'll make you wet with Andrew Wilson, son. He's got that gun. We had some fun, sniffing cocaine, going insane, and he's got don't get shit for brains. Destiny, you are a cuck. You're a little bitch, and you suck. You got cheated on by a whore. She showed you the door. Andrew Wilson gave you more in that debate. No, you can't hate. And Andrew's in the Lone Star State. And go support Alex Rosen. He is the chosen. He catches all those predators. He puts them in jail, and we don't make their bail. I love you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Peace. Good night.
Good night.